All right. What I was going to say was, man, I remember very clearly as a kid, I got to do this obstacle course thing where it was like a rock climbing type of thing. You're hooked into the harness.
I knew you were special ed. I knew it. Fucking knew it.
I got hit in the head a lot. Let me put it this way. Between the two of us, I probably needed a helmet more. But
probably.
Like anytime you've been listening to this podcast and you just hear me go silent for like 5 seconds or so, that's just the brain going, I'm missing bits. But okay, I got to do this YMCA thing. My aunt hooked me up. Anyway, we were up in this like out in the woods type of thing. This was out near San Antonio, so it's in the hills, pine
Girl
trees.
Scouts. Gotcha.
Unfortunately, no, there were no, there were no cookies nor short skirts involved. It was just a bunch of fucking greasy kids, and it was a YMCA camp. So a lot of these kids had been caught with like a satanic Bible or something, and their parents. Look, man, these little emo fuckers, black fingernail polish. There were some. Look, there were problems. I understand. God damn it! Don't send your kids to camp thinking that they're going to fix them. They were out of work actors as counselors that really just wanted us to go to sleep so they could go smoke some weed behind the fucking staff tent. It was a weird fucking thing. Anyway, I'm saying we're doing this rock climbing type of thing. It's not rock climbing. It's have you ever done the climbing gear thing with the harness and the belay rope and all that shit?
Not because I wanted to, but I mean I did that shit at the. But
like
are you
a
just
physical therapy type of thing?
No, you're talking about just like putting on a harness. The only time I wore a harness is when I was at the refineries.
Oh yeah, okay, I get you on that.
But not I know what you're talking about though, but I've never done the rock.
You mean like a safety harness and all that? Okay, it's like that. You've got the carabiners and all that shit. But you're actually having to like climb up. There's like a post and it's got like handholds on it. You got to climb up the post and then they hook you up to another rope and you go across like a tightrope type of thing.
Like a zip line?
That's how it ends, is with a fucking zip line.
Oh, fuck
Look, man, this was, I don't know why the hell people built this and then tried to put like 10-year-olds on it, but they did. Long story short, I got about 80% of the way up this like 25-foot like post and then remembered that I was scared of heights and just froze the fuck up. Like I just locked up. I was just like, y'all just gonna have to leave my ass here.
I can totally picture you fucking. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Okay, well, here was the thing, man, because like the fucked up part was they kept giving me instructions from the ground, and like I said, I got about 80% up, and then they like yelled something to me because they were trying to tell me how to go to the next step. Only I'm a kid, so like I turn around to look at them, and I realize how high off the ground I am, and I'm a fat little dumpy fucker. So if I fall, this shit's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tuck and roll. I'm gonna fucking splat and go ouch. So I'm stuck. Like fucking like 19 feet up in the air on this fucking thing. And they're like, you gotta climb back down, blah, 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 all this. And finally, like one of the instructors had to climb up and get my ass. And it's like, he's having to I'm watching him put the gear on and like start to like climb the thing up, real slowly. 'Cause he didn't want to fucking, and he's trying to help me down all this shit. And I remember being mad at him and me as he was climbing up the post going like, motherfucker, I don't need your help. And it was like, bitch, you kind of need somebody to get your ass off this post. You either need somebody to get your ass off this post or you need to stop being a little fucking bitch and climb the rest of this goddamn. It was a definitive moment for me where I was like, at the end of it, I just went, fuck, man. Like, I figure out your life. You know what I mean? It was one of those moments of like, yeah, man, this is like either you shouldn't have ever climbed up that thing in the first place, or you should have just swallowed the bullet.
I completely understand what you're saying, because when I started doing comedy, I went through the same feeling, but it was instant. For me, you were saying you're afraid of heights. I repeat, for people that have been watching this fucking podcast, I was going to say it's not a joke, but it's a joke, but the joke is real. I legitimately have stage fright. It's horrifying. And I always wanted to be a comedian. Everybody or whoever watched this before knows its story about HBO, Richard Pryor and shit when I was 8 years old. I always wanted to be a comedian. That intrigued me ever since I saw Pryor on TV on stage. The biggest thing that stopped me from even trying it for years was my stage fright. I was like, I just can't do it. The thought of me standing on a stage and people just looking at me. Just, they didn't have to do anything. Just them looking, the simple act of them looking at me. You don't understand, people. It horrified the shit out of me. And people that don't have that fear will never understand, because in their mind, they're like, bro, they're just looking at you. They're supposed to look at you. It's not like they pointing a gun. And I'm like, might as well them point a gun at me, because I'm horrified. So for a long time, and I was about to lie, because to this day, I still have every single time I have stage fright.
I will say this, man. I know a couple of performers, not just comics, but like performers that need that pre-set ritual.
Yeah.
And you're probably one of you. No, I'm going to go out full out and say, like, you are the most, like, you need a pre-set structure.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen your ass just get a little bit twitchy because, like, shit got a little bit hectic before you were supposed to go on.
Yeah.
And it's
and I felt weird about it. Being a performer, I felt weird about, because I used to question myself. Okay, I love to do this, but maybe I shouldn't, because I have stage fright. Maybe being a performer is not my thing. One of the people that doesn't know to this day that they saved my career was DMX. When I heard
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I know, man, that shit fucking bumps, man.
Hell yeah, it does. But when I heard DMX talk about and explain that he has the exact same fear, I was like, and this dude is a multi-platinum selling artist, and he was able to, he deals with it somehow, right?
Right.
Quick update, everybody. I've learned to deal with I still have it. I still have stage fright, but I've learned to deal with it to where I can perform now.
And you've never once impersonated a federal officer.
Yeah,